A surprising connection begins to form between Serena Sugden and Ross Barton in next week's Emmerdale, as Serena deliberately engineers opportunities to spend time with him. But is she genuinely interested in Ross, or is she pursuing a hidden agenda? While Robert Sugden continues to recover after being struck by an out-of-control vehicle, Aaron Dingle finds himself struggling to manage the farm alone. Serena quickly volunteers to lend a hand, leaving Aaron with little choice but to accept. Before long, she cleverly arranges another chance to get closer to Ross. According to a source from the show, women developing feelings for Ross has become a familiar pattern in Emmerdale, and Serena appears to be the latest to be drawn to his rugged appeal. Ross, staying true to his confident nature, is delighted by Serena's obvious attention and assumes she's hoping for a romantic connection. However, everything seen so far suggests that her apparent attraction could simply be part of her ongoing investigation. Ross also faces another major challenge this week after Kim Tate discovers that someone has broken into Home Farm. Carrying her trusted shotgun, she orders Ross, in his role as head of operations, to uncover the culprit by questioning the list of suspects she has prepared. His investigation quickly takes a wrong turn and ends with a violent confrontation involving Aaron. A production insider explains that Ross rarely handles situations with much subtlety. He first accuses Moira of trespassing, but she firmly dismisses the allegation and sends him away. Ross then shifts his suspicion toward Robert, prompting Aaron to fiercely defend his fiancée. The disagreement soon erupts into a fight, forcing Serena to step in and separate the pair. Although Ross makes no progress in identifying the intruder, Serena later speaks privately with Robert and fully explains why she has been investigating John. Her openness convinces Robert to allow her to remain, despite Aaron continuing to question her true intentions. Back at Home Farm, Kim discovers that the intruder has escaped with a USB memory stick. Another insider warns that Kim has little patience for anyone who crosses her, meaning the thief should be extremely cautious. Already prepared with a shotgun, she is unlikely to show mercy once she discovers who is responsible. The contents of the missing USB stick remain a mystery. Who is behind the burglary at Home Farm, and could Serena and Ross become the village's newest romance? Emmerdale spoilers reveal new arrival as Charity faces heartbreaking setback. Charity Dingle is left devastated in upcoming Emmerdale episodes, as the arrival of a new character brings another dramatic twist involving Dr. Todd. Viewers recently watched Charity endure a horrifying ordeal after the manipulative Dr. Todd sexually assaulted her following weeks of blackmail. After uncovering the true biological identity of baby Layla's parent, Dr. Todd used the information to intimidate and control Charity before the situation escalated into a traumatic attack. Refusing to stay silent, Charity reported both the assault and the blackmail to the police before revealing the truth to her husband, Mack, who later confronted Dr. Todd at her new place of work. Fans already know that Dr. Todd is set to die following the show's flash-forward storyline, but the identity of the killer has yet to be revealed. In next week's episodes, Charity suffers another painful disappointment when she learns that the Crown Prosecution Service has decided not to move forward with the case against Dr. Todd because there is not enough evidence to secure a prosecution. Unwilling to let Dr. Todd escape accountability, Mack and Vanessa Woodfield begin searching for former complaints that may have been filed against the doctor during her time at the hospital. They hope previous allegations could help expose her actions. Jacob Sugden also becomes involved after previously enduring relentless bullying while working under Dr. Todd as a junior doctor. Vanessa and Jacob arrange a confidential meeting with HR representative Carol, hoping she can provide information that will support their investigation. When Charity finds out about the meeting, she rushes over intending to challenge Vanessa. Instead, she unexpectedly meets Helen, another woman who has suffered because of Dr. Todd. At first, Helen is hesitant to discuss her experience, but after Charity quietly reveals that she was raped by Dr. Todd, Helen begins to realize she is not alone and appears ready to open up. Can Charity uncover the evidence she desperately needs to finally bring Dr. Todd to justice? The new character, Helen, is played by actress Nicole Evans, who has previously appeared in productions such as Captain America, The First Avenger, Hollyoaks, The Bay, and The Sandman. Emmerdale's Kev faces fresh trouble as mysterious newcomer Steve shakes things up. Kev Townsend has already experienced plenty of drama since returning to Emmerdale, but next week he hopes to leave the chaos behind and concentrate on building a relationship with his newly discovered son, Ross Barton. Viewers will remember that after a bizarre kidnapping incident involving a dead cat, Kev finally revealed to Ross that he was his biological father. The emotional confession came with an unforgettable performance of the boys' own song, Father and Son. Now, Kev is determined to prove himself and earn Lewis's trust. According to the actor who plays Kev, landing a job at the village cafe could give him the perfect opportunity to repair their strained relationship. He explains that working there would allow Kev to see Lewis every day while helping him become a permanent part of village life, as he has decided he wants to stay for good. Lewis recently offered his father a position at the cafe, but not everyone supported the decision. Co-owner Nicola strongly objected, and after an incident involving Aaron Dingle, Kev ended up losing the job. In next week's episodes, he asks to be hired again because he believes it is the best way to continue rebuilding his bond with Lewis. Kev also feels he was treated unfairly, insisting he was only trying to make sure Mandy paid for her coffees. Kev's efforts are not limited to Lewis. He also hopes to improve his relationship with Nicola after weeks of disagreements over what is best for Lewis. Although Nicola has been determined to keep Kev at a distance, he respects the fact that she genuinely cares about his son. At the same time, he would like to change her opinion of him, despite admitting that parking his van directly outside the cafe probably did little to help matters. Another person who has become an important supporter is Claudette Anderson. Since Kev first arrived in the village, Claudette has encouraged him and frequently offered advice about reconnecting with Lewis. Their friendship continues to grow, with Kev appreciating the encouragement she gives him. Hints about his difficult childhood also suggest that having someone like Claudette in his life fills a gap left by his troubled upbringing. As Lewis's birthday approaches, Kev throws himself into planning a memorable celebration to make up for the many birthdays he missed while absent from his son's life. However, his plans are thrown into jeopardy by the arrival of a mysterious newcomer named Steve. Very little is known about Steve, but his appearance threatens to undo all the progress Kev has made. The newcomer is described as someone who mirrors the person Kev used to be before discovering Lewis, suggesting that his influence could create major problems in the weeks ahead. The two men have known each other since childhood and share an incredibly close friendship. Without Lewis in his life, Kev would probably slip back into his old habits with Steve almost immediately. For Steve, nothing has changed over the years, and he expects their partnership to continue exactly where it left off. In his mind, they should once again become partners in crime, despite having spent years apart. Emmerdale airs Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX.